Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to the new show, Paranormal Truth. Now, this is an hour-long show, guys. Now, I would just like to tell you a wee bit about the show. I've been working on kind of shows like this for a while, but I wanted something different where we get real people from real paranormal experiences. No, like fake ghost hunters and stuff like that. I wanted to get real ghost hunters and real paranormal people on the show. So, first of all, I'd like to say that thank you everybody that subscribed to the channel. Thank you all the new members that's in the chat. Also, I would like to say that I have a very important guest coming on tonight, guys, because this person here, I've known her for a very, very long time. Her name is Jenny, and she has got Emerald Isles Paranormal, right? So I'm just going to bring you up onto the stage. She's sitting there. I bet she's sitting down there. I'm using my phone tonight because my laptop's not working correctly. So you'll have to bear with me here. So here we go. Add to stage. Jenny!
Good morning. Good morning.
Hi. Good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are. It's not coast to coast AM. You're on. Is this you practicing for coast to coast?
That's just me out of bed.
Well, you were away. Look, it was Jenny's birthday yesterday, guys. Everybody, please wish Jenny a happy birthday. But last night when you popped in, you were in the pub, actually.
We did. We were in the pub.
Everybody was wishing you a happy birthday. All 37 people watching was wishing you a happy birthday.
Oh, thank you. Myself and Louise in the pub. And we went to 2 or 3 different pubs. Oh, my goodness. I think I'm sweating it out of me now. But it was a great night. Very nice Friday night.
That's the thing that I've never experienced is alcohol. I'm 43 and I've never drunk in my entire life.
Well, I could be on the label of a bottle as in the next morning face of reasons why not to drink. I'm feeling it now.
Very true. So everybody in the chat, welcome. Now, I will be doing my card readings tomorrow, guys, so don't worry. I will be doing my card readings tomorrow, okay? There's Iron Firehorse. They're saying happy birthday to you.
Thank you,
Jenny. So, Jenny, obviously we've had you on the other shows before, and we've interviewed you before. Could you tell a wee brief tale who you actually are? Because I'm streaming this to my podcast, which is on TuneIn and also Spotify.
Oh my gosh. So we'll do a long story short, which never happens. Never. I'll try and keep it short. Well, I am founder of Emerald Isle Paranormal Researchers here in Ireland, and doing it about 18 and 19 years. And I am the founder of Shadow Whispers in the Night podcast as well. Short and sweet and simple.
And it's short and sweet and simple, but Jenny, you've been to some amazing locations. I mean, obviously, I can't help myself. I've got to mention Leap Castle. I've got to mention, some of the top places in Ireland. I mean, the Hellfire Club. I mean, you were there not that long ago, actually. That place
we're back very soon again.
That video that you sent me was very interesting. And did you ever do anything more with that video? The one I'm talking about? It's under the stairs. There's the shadow.
Well, myself and Louise were going through it over and over and over again. We thought we could debunk it a little bit.
Yeah.
And I was saying, Louise, no, don't debunk it. It's what we thought was a good catch.
Yeah.
But I'm still on the fence with it.
Yeah.
I'm still on the fence.
Yeah. I tried to figure it out because I sat there and I watched that and the big TVs kind of see it because it's obviously outside of my computer.
Yeah.
But I watched that and I thought there's no reflective surfaces inside that place. There can't be any because it's just a shell of a building.
Yeah.
But then I thought maybe it was somebody walking past with a torch, but nobody walked past you at the time, did they?
No, you see, Niall was upstairs, Louise's husband. Niall was upstairs.
Yeah.
And he was, myself and Lily were downstairs, and Niall was walking around upstairs. So what we're trying to think is that, was it the reflection of the torch off the wall? But I'm kind of thinking it's not really, but Louise thinks it is, and I think it's not. It's kind of something that we have to go through a million times.
It's weird because if you watch it, it comes down the wall like a snake, and then it's like a serpent, and it disappears underneath the steps. And it's just one of those really weird captures.
It is good. And even Louise you'll see on the video, Louise had noticed it, even though she was in the dark. She was only looking through the infrared camera. And then even Louise had noticed it on the camera, and that's when she kind of looked around and put the torch on.
Thank you, Anne Fairhorse, in the chat for posting
Thank
Jenny's
you.
links. I will say, if you click on the little arrow below this video, you will find all of Jenny's links. You will find our Emerald Isles page. You will find our YouTube page. Oh, Mr. Professional here. I've learned from the best, and I've put everything below, as one would say, you know. Yeah, I see. That's like, I will say that's the best bit of evidence that you've ever showed me is that I remember I had a right bad cold at the time.
Aye.
It was actually, I had the, you know what, but anyway, was that in the museum where it says, what was it you're doing again? What was it said? Was it yes? Is that what it said?
We were in the kitchen and we were doing the live.
Yeah.
And so I said, right, do you want to play a game of cards? I'm going to ask you again, do you want to play a game of cards? And then you'll hear a male saying, yes, perfect, absolutely brilliant.
If you, guys, honestly, go out to Emerald Isles Paranormal, it is there. You can actually go and look it up. If you don't believe in the paranormal and you don't believe in things that go bump in the night, see, after watching that video, you'll be sitting with a crucifix and some holy water.
It's amazing. The place is absolutely amazing. Myself and Louise will be doing a talk there on the 17th of October. We're doing a talk there in the governor's house. We do have the poster ready to go up. It won't be going up until November, but we will be doing a talk there where we will be playing our audio from the museum. And I have one video footage now. Unfortunately, the second one froze and then erased, which was quite good because myself and Louise or Alan were the only three in the building in the museum. We went outside and Louise left her camera running. So when we came back to the house here, myself and Louise went through the video, and you'll see we left flowers in cellophane on the ground. We promised we'd bring some roses over. But you'll see the lead that's hanging down off the shelf. You could see it moving, and then you see the cellophane being pushed down. Yeah. And it comes back up. And we don't have that video footage. Whatever happened, I know, we were all outside. Whatever happened to the footage, I know Lulu's probably watching. It just froze and it deleted.
It was look, the stuff that you've captured, guys. You have no idea. You need to go and check out their channel. You need to go and watch their channel. And you need to watch everything. The Jack the Ripper one was even interesting in the hallway that you caught. That was. I watched that. I must have watched that about 150 times because I was, what is that? Because it used to be a hall, but it was blocked off. But you wouldn't get anybody walking along there because it was blocked off.
No, you wouldn't. And there was an emergency exit door down there, and I see in the video I've walked right down, so there's no left or right out of it. And that door, that bar, you have to push, so you will hear that being pushed. And there was only the guy who came in. I think he went in to get something. He came back out. It's chained and locked. Yeah. And so I asked him. I said, "Can we go in there?" And he probably heard the big Irish accent on me. Can we in the middle of London? Can we go in there?
I've got the Scottish one there. Oh God!
Can we go in? And we did. We did. You don't ask, we did.
I'm going to say this to you. What would you say all the places you've ever been to has been the most intense?
Oh my gosh, there's two of them. Would be the Jordan Mount and Lep Castle. Yeah. Lep Castle. Who's guarding? Oh, my dog's a guarding. Jeez, I'm fighting.
I was like, for a second there, I was like.
It's my dogs. There's five of them. There's one in the drawer beside me. Yes, it was Lep Castle and the Drogheda Museum Millmount. They were both of most. Even the Hellfire Club didn't do it for me. I stood in the Hellfire Club by myself, and I know the two people I was with had went out walking, and I was on the second floor. Yeah. And I was calling them back, and they were kind of turning into dots at this stage. And then I kind of was like, oh my God. So then I turned around and I thought, oh my God, I'm in the Hellfire Club by myself. Yeah. And I was looking out to see how high it was in case I had to jump.
It's the Hellfire Club. The Hellfire Club is a very interesting. I actually watched a drone footage yesterday, and it was during the day. Obviously, it was. And there's quite a steep hill up to it, which I noticed. I would say to you, if I ever come out, I'd rent out a Land Rover and drive up, but it looks quite hard to drive up.
I think because we
can drive up. There's a bit at the back.
You've seen That's the way we walked up the last time we were there a few weeks ago. We walked up that way because there was not a chance I was going to walk up that hill again. No. So I think you could drive up to it.
Actually, I've looked at it. I actually looked at it for the Google Maps, and actually say, oh, there's a gate there, and I noticed there's like tracks that some of the farmers been driving up.
Yeah.
And I thought, you drive up there, no problem.
You could actually. You could.
You could.
We don't mind walking. The steep hill is a no-no.
There's someone that knows you.
That's
Secret
me.
Island Tours.
Yeah, that's me. That's me. I'll be touring with next year as well. I'll be doing the guide and the paranormal investigator for May's tours. Yeah, so
that'll be exciting. That will be. What locations he's going to? Can you allowed to say some locations? Give it one.
Oh gosh, May, the one that Michelle Roos. We're doing one. I'm doing one with Michelle Roos. I'm doing another one. I'm not too sure which one yet. Places like the Hellfire Club, maybe Let Castle. May would have the whole itinerary. May will go around through the whole itinerary with me as well. Yes, I will be looking forward to it.
Hey, Lawrence, good to see you, my friend.
Hi, Lauren.
What's that, Jenny? I'm just going to bring that up here. I'll bring that up for May. Jenny will be our paranormal guide with us on the few tours. I think it'll be awesome. I think that they've got somebody like you that you know Ireland better than anyone. You know the locations better than anyone. And plus, you've been to all the locations and done paranormal investigations.
I have done. I've just seen them make Charleville Castle an amazing place.
I've heard about that place. I've heard about that place. Oh, where did I hear that?
It's fabulous.
Yeah.
It is amazing.
Leap Castle's obviously got it's famous for because of all the Ghost Hunter series and all the other kind of things. But Leap Castle is quite a gruesome history. It's actually obviously with the threw the bodies down, and for a long time I researched that, Jenny, and I couldn't find out where they put the bodies. I wonder where they buried them.
There would be a mass grave down the road.
Yeah.
There was a mass grave. So they took a 3-horse cart load of bones. And so there obviously was spikes in the oubliette. So when they were throwing people down, the banquet room was where they would have obviously food, dinner, parties. So they could hear the moans and groans and screams and cries from the bloody chapel and from the oubliette. But the more people that they've thrown into it, and we have seen it, we have obviously looked into it, but the ones that were thrown in, they didn't hit the spikes because there was already bodies on top of the spikes, so they had a longer death.
Just
say if they were injured by a spike, they wouldn't die straight away. It would take a long time because it was enough to cause injury, but it would be a slow death. Whereas you'd want to be the first one thrown in if you were thrown in.
I mean, it's gruesome. It absolutely is gruesome what happened at Leap Castle. It really is. There's actually Secret Island Tours there. Exactly that. She is why is our top woman. She knows it all. She is, ladies and gentlemen. If there's any TV companies out there, ghost programs that want Jenny, she's right here. Please contact her.
I get a bed for more than £20 a morning. Gotta make my money.
So here a question for you. How did you actually start off in this? Obviously, I've talked to you before about this, but this is obviously a new show in this. How did it start off for you? What was your very first investigation?
Oh, it was in a place called Shane's Castle up in County Antrim. So Shane's Castle is in ruins. So we didn't investigate the castle. We investigated under the ground in tunnels. And it was it's right beside a man-made lock. And there's a flag with a red hand of Ulster. And how that came about was when they were on the boats and they were kind of coming over to that land of Lough Neagh onto Shane's Castle. Whoever had reached the land first owned the castle. So one of the men was really close, and so he cut his hand off and threw it onto the beach. And so therefore he had reached the land first. So that's why you have the red hand of Ulster. I remember that. My gosh. So Shane's Castle is you have Lord O'Neill who owns it right now. And if anyone has ever watched Games of Thrones, they used to film. I've never watched it. I only watched it for that part of the tunnels. Yeah. And they even the crew who would set up in the tunnels, and they would leave, and I don't know how they stayed down there by themselves. But I think that was I know that was the first location I've ever had the biggest fright ever.
But here's a question: what made you want to do this in the first place? There must have been something when you were a kid or whatever that gave you like, I want to be a ghost hunter. I want to get into this kind of thing, because it's not everybody's into this. No everybody's into this. Get what I mean?
Well, coming from a family of 11 or 12, I can't remember. Wow. I know, and there's two of me. I'm a twin. There's two of me. Yes, we embraced everyone to Jennifer. And I don't know. We heard things in our house when we were growing up.
Yeah.
And then our little German Shepherd pup at the time would not go upstairs. Would look up, cry, and would not go upstairs. Would never go upstairs. And then we'd see things in our garden shed by looking. We looked out my bedroom window, and you'd see something in the shed, something going around the car. It was strange. And then when I was a teenager, I'd seen 3 things in the sky. Like I've said this probably a million times. It was November, and there was these 3. I was coming home from my friend's house, and there was. I looked up into the sky, and there was these 3 things: smoky grey color, long, like round head, long, and goes into a tail, and there was 3 of them, 2 on one side and 1 on the other side. It was a November night, no clouds, very clear night. It was the surrealist thing I have ever seen in my life. Yeah. And it's crazy. I wish people could see inside my head of knowing what I actually saw. Family was called up. At one point, there was about 10 of us outside, all the adults and so on. And then one flew down so fast, went through the hedge. You could see the light through the hedge, and shot back up into the sky. We all screamed. Amazing. I remember one guy was pulling me behind so he could get into the house first. I know, right?
Brave man that he was.
Right? Pulling me behind so he could get in first. Everyone just stood there, screamed, and ran in, and they were pulling each other behind so they can get in. And I'm small, and I'm kind of going through their legs to get into the house. Crazy. It was the most fascinating thing I've ever seen.
Yeah. I think that was like a UFO alien paranormal event in your life that changed your life forever. If that had never happened, would you have still done this? I wonder.
Probably. Yes, I actually would, because we've heard things such as the banshee, the singing outside of the window. And when our mother was telling us to stay away from the window, and when your mum tells you to stay away from the window, you stay away from the window, because my brother could hear his name being called.
That's something I've always been fascinated in, is the banshee. Because as I've heard, I've got relatives that stay in Ireland now, and I've heard them tell me about the tales of the banshee. What is the history of the banshee? Where did the banshee actually come from?
Oh God! You're asking, putting me on the spot. May, where are you? May, where are you? I don't know.
Sorry.
I read
Paranormal Truth.
I read a few. I read in my Irish ghost stories and so on. And so the banshee, she's a woman. She wails and she mourns, and she would come to take the sick away. Oh, May, where did the banshee come from? May, the question: where did banshee come from? So she's a woman in mourning, and she'd have long hair, and it would always be like, if you find a comb, don't pick it up. It belonged to the banshee. She would comb her hair with it. She would go for the O'Carrolls, the O'Neills, O'Sullivans, all the O'Connors, and so on. And what I read was, when people can hear her sing, and another person cannot hear her singing, that's the person that's going to die.
That's so interesting. That is interesting. So like, for instance, there was 2 people out walking, and one said, "Can you hear that music?" Another one went, "No." That person was probably going to pass. Yeah, that's actually terrifying. That I'd be walking about everywhere. Would you call it earmuffs on or something like that?
I know. I think that's in a different country, say in America or the UK or somewhere like that. But they would hear a banshee sing, and they're Irish, and they'd hear it sing, and then a family member would have passed away in that following week in Ireland.
Yeah. See, that's Ireland. I mean, Ireland's one of the most oldest countries in the world. I mean, obviously, everybody thinks that Scotland's got castles that are old and stuff like that. But all the American tourists come to, come to see Scottish castles and that. But Ireland is actually, a lot of people don't realise this, Ireland is older than Scotland. Ireland's got so much history. With the castles, with the Battle of the Boyne too.
I live beside the Battle of the Boyne. I live beside it. Yeah, I mean,
I actually watched a documentary about that. It was very interesting.
Who was telling me last night? One of the who was saying to me? Oh no! One of my girlfriends in a fantastic group chat that I'm on, and she was saying she wants to come over to the Bruna Boyne. She's from the UK.
Yeah,
I live on it. I live 2 minutes from it. So she didn't know that I lived right beside it. And I'm like, girl, come over. Because we have the Boyne House, obviously the Boyne River. Then you have the Drogheda Museum Mill Mount, where Oliver Cromwell had come over and attacked Drogheda and Wexford. And he had a house out about 10 minutes out the road. We always say 10 minutes out the road. It's like probably about 20 miles, but it's 10 minutes out the road. It's the whole way in the country.
I mean, the history run about you is outstanding. But then you've also got something that's always fascinated me, and it's also a subject we were going to do in our show one night when we do start it up again. But it was the famine, and the famine, I would say, in Ireland was bad. But the things that happened, I mean, the graves, the famine graves. I've seen so many of them, and they're dotted all around about the place. A lot of people don't know what they are.
They are. They were in Sligo. One in Sligo that I went to. It's just a mass grave, and then you go into the mass grave of where the children were buried. So there's statues there, and there's monuments there for them, and it is in Sligo. When I went to stay over in the Clayton Hotel, which used to be a former asylum hospital.
Have you ever done an investigation in like an abandoned asylum, Jenny?
No, I've stayed in them as hotels now. I've stayed in them as hotels.
For a second there, I thought you were going to say something else.
Yeah. Sign me up.
Sign me dead.
White jacket. No, I'm going to need it.
But is it maybe a location that you would maybe consider going to? Is like an abandoned asylum? Because the energy in those places must be intense.
There is loads, yeah. There's loads. I mean, when I stayed in the hotel, and I went with one of my team members, Aidan, and I didn't know what I wanted the room next to him in case I needed. And we were at the very end of the hotel. It was too modern for me, so I rang up to the reception and I said, "Put me into the middle of the castle." Yeah. So he did. But it meant that Aidan was not next door to me. He was right down the corridor, turn left, right down the other corridor as well. So I was on my own. But the room I picked was huge, absolutely way, way, way too big for me. Way too big for me. And so I picked that room with a small room. And then a friend, Adrian, he had met with us. He was on the show a few times, and he said this side of the hotel is the most active. And he points over to my room from outside. And it was fun. A lot of gin drank in the room that weekend to help me sleep. I was doing live at 3 a.m.
Were you sitting in the covers running about like that?
Right. Even though, when you open up your bed, your hotel door, and you're on directly into the hallway. No. Yeah. The hallway in my hotel room was so big you could have put a double bed into it. And then your bathroom is there to the right, and then you go into another room, and there's my bedroom. So if I wanted to get out, I always check out the height to see if I need to exit the window, if I cannot exit the door. So I had the chair up against the door so the door wouldn't be closed. But we kind of, myself and Aidan, I made him sit on the chair until I fell asleep. Really? Yeah, I know. Look at me, ghost hunter. Yeah, right.
But that's the thing. See, that's what a lot of people don't realise. A lot of ghost hunters actually get scared too. It's all these fake shows that you get on TV and stuff like. I mean, let's face it, YouTube's full of them. There is a lot of fake shows out there, and everybody saw this and saw that, and they go into a location and they start cursing. The first thing that's one of the most disrespectful things I think ever, Jenny. It's the first thing they do when they walk in. Yeah, when they walk in that door, they start swearing and shouting and calling them all the names under the sun. I mean, spirits are just us, but maybe they're just hanging about. They're maybe just sitting in there,
They're the ones who don't have any. They don't have any respect on locations. They don't have enough knowledge or experience that they think that's how you're going to get a reaction. You probably will get a reaaction, or you'll get nothing wrong. You could get nothing from them. We go in and sit and talk with them. We tell them jokes. We just do. We do actually. I tell really, really, really bad jokes, and the reply would not be the ones that I'd be looking for. Because I've been told to do stuff. After my jokes.
It's just the thing, but it's just the thing. That's what really annoys me about a lot of these fake, what you call it, ghost hunting shows. That they will go to these locations and then they'll just start calling them all the names under the sun, and they've got to remember that one day they will be in the same position. They'll be dead.
I know in the museum. I know in the museum. I was sanding the stairs one night. I was helping Alan do some work, and I was sanding the stairs. And there was nobody in the museum, just myself and Alan. He was upstairs sanding with the machine, and I was sanding by hand. And then I felt something sting me, and then I looked down, and I had a splinter, so I was bleeding on the wood. And I thought, oh, Jennifer, there's my DNA forever etched.
Oh, that's that.
Forever etched in the location that I used to go to as a school tour. In my town, we used to go there for school tours. So my DNA is stuck in that place. So if I go back, people calling out.
But see, that's the thing. When 100 years or so in the future, when you're a ghost, you can go back there and you can be the ghost.
That's it. So you have
investigator team.
You have teams coming in and say, "We know there's a Jenny here. There's a Jenny here." And my goodness, will I have fun with that?
I'm just going to say hello to some of the new people in the chat. I recognise a new person. There's past life regressions with Paul.
That's my friend Paul.
Good to see you, my friend.
That's Paul. He did the hypnosis with me in my past life regression as well. Yes, phenomenal.
That's something that I maybe contact him. Is he on Facebook? Because I would love to do something like that, because it's something that I would like to get.
I tell you now, it was the best thing I've ever done.
Yeah.
Best thing I've ever done.
People have tried to hypnotise me before, but it never seemed to work for some weird, strange reason.
Brilliant. I love it.
So you're going back to the Hellfire Club soon. That will be
an investigation. We'll go back on the 1st of October. I will, yes, May. Sorry, I'm just answering to May there. Yes, I will, May, definitely. Yeah, Paul, I'll give you an email after this.
There you go. Just so that will remember you watch this back.
My God, it's hot in here. I have to open the window again. It's hot out tonight, swear to God.
It's frosty here in Scotland. The temperatures are dropping. Winter's on its way. Soon be the snow on the ground. Christmas round the corner.
Oh, listen, I can't wait to get my tree up. Yesterday I bought my bag of coal and my logs. It's starting. And buying my logs and my coal, it's starting. I love it.
There's nothing like a crackly fire.
I know me and my fires, they're always lit. And it looks like Christmas in my house now, for crying out loud. I'm just prepping the lights up already. Yes, so we're back on the 1st of October to the Hellfire Club. We're meeting up with oh, my brain. Cork. Oh my goodness! If you're watching this, I'm so sorry.
It's okay. She was out on her birthday party last night, ladies and gentlemen. It was her birthday party yesterday.
Oh my goodness, Jennifer.
It's okay.
But we had so much fun. Whatever was put in front of me was drank. Cork Supernatural Society. Oh, my brain is fried. Cork Supernatural Society. We're with them on the 1st of October in Hellfire Club. They've never been there before. So we let them, they did a thing. They're a great team from Cork. Great team.
Is there this is their opportunity. I mean, is there anywhere in Ireland you would like to investigate, which is very, very, very difficult to get an investigation?
Yes. Oh, I'd love to go to Kilmainham Jail.
Oh,
Kilmainham Jail. That would be a great place. You can tour there, but you cannot investigate there anymore. And I would love to go to Spike Island. It's very hard. It can be hard to get on. There's Miss Lulu.
Is that not where they filmed Star Wars? Is that not where the Star Wars? Was there not? Is that where is it in Ireland? It's a funny kind of stone houses, and they're on an island.
Oh,
and they filmed Star Wars. You know, the Return of the Jedi or whatever. No, Return of the Jedi, the new Star Wars. Oh, where was that?
Okay,
and it was.
Oh, it's in West Kerry. West Kerry, Skellin Islands. Also, Cian Seabell O'May is going to kill me now because I'm executing this.
There we go. There's a message for you there.
In Ballyferta.
And you are coming with me and Dave Schrader in October. I won't play. Yeah, Dave is an awesome guy. The two yous will.
Oh yeah, and I've been
meeting up
with May and her tour, and with Dave in October as well.
Yeah,
that's going
to be awesome.
That could be brilliant. So much coming up. Oh, that's the one, May. That's the one. There's so much coming up that I'm busy, and it's great to be kept busy and kept going, and looking forward to things as well. It's good.
You're one of the best. You're one of the best paranormal investigators I know. I
really?
mean, I only watch. I don't watch any paranormal programs on TV. I'll tell you the main programs I watched. I used to watch obviously the Holzer Files with Dave Schrader, and then they stopped making that, which I think was a crime against humanity because he was doing quite a good job with that. But then he was doing the Ghost of Devil's Perch, which was really good. And then I watch your channel. That's it. That's the only ghost hunting channels that I watch.
It's great what we do, and we do it. What I love about our team, is that we work hard and we play hard, and we work together as a team, and it's great. I love it. I love the team. I love what we do and how we do it, and how we have fun when we work, but we also put our knuckles down and we get into the work. You know, we have.
See, that's what I was just going to say. That's what I like about your team, because you are professional. You, Louise, Niall, and Dave, and you're very professional. I mean, you've got insurance. A lot of people don't realise this.
Yeah.
You can get such a thing as like ghost hunting insurance.
You have to have insurance
until last year.
Yeah. Public liability insurance. You have to have it. I wouldn't go into a location without it.
Yeah.
Or take anyone with us if we didn't have the insurance. We have to have that. Which then it's good, and it opens up more doors for you when you have insurance.
Why? Because you'll have like hotels and stuff like that, and we've got a ghost.
Yes.
They'll mere invite you in case you break something or something like that. You know,
that's it. There's Miss Nancy. Nancy. I tell you, Nancy always mails me, and she has about 1 J, 3 N's, 20 N's, and 1 Y. Because I always say when you say my name, you go, "Oh, Jenny, oh, Jenny." And so Nancy would mail me like 4 E's and 20 N's and 1 Y and 1 J, and like she says it very well now. She does your accent very well. Oh, Jenny.
Oh, how the new there. I am Firehorse in the chat. She gets excited when I kid when I'm James Bond. You know, Roger. Sean Connery. That's the one.
Lord. Do a Sean Connery.
I can only when I'm doing the card readings and stuff like that. I should have showed my cards. You know, all the card people come in thinking they're getting a.
I know.
I mean, it's hard today, so I see you've put me in the spot now. It's what within a Miss Money Penny. Where's Jenny? Getting a free card reading. She's getting all excited, you know. She's getting all excited there. It's one of my main mods in the chat.
Lord, I tell you, it's all coming out now.
But you know, but it's look. I mean, what's your opinion on the equipment this weather? Because there's all these new high gadgets and it's all coming out that you spend thousands and thousands and thousands of pounds on. But you're sometimes, what do you agree with? Do you agree that using maybe just minimal equipment on an investigation
Oh my goodness. Well, you know what I use? The recorder. I love, Jesus
Yeah.
Lord, I love the recorder. I'm mad about the audio work. I love it. There's some things that I wouldn't really use. She set music today. She was playing loud music in the house. Things like if you're going to use the K2, you'd really not use it in buildings or anything like that. You know, it depends. I do like the REM pod, the one that makes sound. I do like that. I do like our Wi-Fi cameras, and we take our iPads with us so we can set them up in room and watch them from our iPads. I do, and you can move it from your so you can turn the camera left and right, up and down. You can speak through your iPad. So that's what I like, is to watch and to listen.
I think Louise will probably agree with me here. I love the cat balls. Cat balls are awesome.
Listen,
I had to mention it. I could feel Louise's energy coming through. Mention the cat balls.
You ever hear her getting wow when the ball goes off? Remember we were in the governor's house, and Louise is jumping up and down around the cat ball, and we were doing it live, and the cat ball didn't go off, so we were sitting down, and all of a sudden the cat ball went off. Now they did go off in Ardgillan Castle, in Emma's room. That was fascinating, actually. One went off, and I said, can you make the second one go off? And within 2 seconds, the second one went off. That kind of got me a little bit okay. But then again, the battery operated, and you know how long they last. And I do use them for. I
bought new ones. I bought new ones, but I didn't pull the plastic thing out them, because see, as soon as you pull the plastic thing out them, the batteries go in them. People don't realise that. Yeah. But
the battery do go. So
yeah, you need to be very careful. If you buy new ones, don't pull the plastic out. You might think it's off, it's still on, it's still connecting. The batteries will deteriorate.
Right.
See that? What location was that again? Oh God, this has put me on the spot. I thought about it. I was going to mention to you, now I forgot. Right. And you were doing the Isie method.
Okay.
Right.
Yeah.
And what's his name was in a room. And you said with the fire, you said that.
That was in Neb Castle. Wasn't that phenomenal? That was Corey. He was in the Red Ladies room. And so we were all, some of us were downstairs. Louise was somewhere else in the Neb Castle. Some of us were downstairs. So I'm talking to Corey through the phone. We were doing the phone. And so I had muted my side, and I said, I'm going to ask you, can you touch Corey on his left leg? And then I unmuted him. I unmuted myself so he could hear my talking. And then thankfully he had a camera facing him, so you can hear my question and you can see him at the same time. So then he moved, and then he radioed in. He goes, Jenny, my leg has been touched. And I said, which leg? And he goes, my left leg. So it was just brilliant. Yeah, it was brilliant. It's a fantastic place.
See, experience something that people don't realise what an honour it is to experience something like that, being touched by like a ghost.
Yeah.
I mean, people don't realise what an experience, because obviously spirits walk through you. They can walk through walls and stuff like that, but they can touch you if they really want to. They can.
It has happened.
Excuse me. Yeah, I mean, what's your tips to say new beginners out there, for say people out there that's thinking of going out and doing it but never done it before?
Always have respect of the locations that you go to.
Yeah.
Respect the owners, respect the location. Do your homework, research. Equipment that we use, you might not want to use any equipment, or just ask teams. Like I know many people have asked me what we use. Get insurance. Always get insurance. Yeah. Just basically be respectful. Do your homework. Research. Respectful of the location. Respectful of the owners, and respectful of your team. That's it. And then go out and enjoy doing what you're doing. And if you want to ask people advice, come to us. We'll give you advice.
Yes.
That's mainly it. Yeah. That's the most important one. Like we would leave a no trail trace wherever we go. Leave the place the way you found it.
See, that's the only problem. Yeah, I've seen there's places near me where people have been going, and they leave the place in a terrible state. a terrible state. And I've noticed they've started faking things so they can get more views, but like drawing spray painting pentagrams on the wall and stuff like that. And it's like, what are you doing? This building's been here for like 900 years, 700 years. It's a beautiful castle, and you're spray painting with red spray paint a pentagram.
Yeah, or even some people break into locations. It's kind of, that's a no-no. That's a big no-no for me, of breaking into locations. You have to ask permission. Especially if the sign is there and it says, you know, no entering, you just don't bloody go into it. It gives a bad name for everyone else.
There's past life regressions, Paul. I like using the white noise ghost box, has take over, but prefer the old radio set static. Yeah, see, I will say there is that necrophonic, right? And I'm in the fence about that. I know people that use that, they swear by that, but I'm on the fence with that. I think it's. What's your opinions on the necrophonic, Jenny? I mean,
no, I don't. I don't like it. Anything phone apps is a no-no for me. Yeah. No. It's just, it's time wasting. And you just don't trust it. Now, we have used things like, I know we use the spirit box. I find it, when we use the spirit box, we would have a recorder on with it. So whatever you don't hear from the spirit box, your recorder will pick it up. I found that to be, came in, Yogi? It's messing with my chair. I found the spirit box to be good sometimes. I do. I really do. If you have a recorder with it. When we do like the Estes method, it's phenomenal when we're doing the Estes method. It's great. Love doing it. You know the Estes method where you're blindfolded, you put headphones on, you listen to the spirit box.
Headphones. Yeah.
And then say, I would ask questions while Louise is doing the Estes method. And we video it and we record it at the same time. So it works. It works really well like that. I remember doing the Estes method in the museum, and myself and Louise were doing the Estes method, and the boys were asking questions out. So I was in forward and she was in reverse. We were coming out with similar answers to each other. We can't see or hear each other. Mm-hmm. It was brilliant. And I remember looking back in the live, and you can hear a male coming through answering some of the questions. That was crazy. And I remember doing a show one night, I think it was in America, probably 2 or 3 in the morning. And I still have the video. I still have the video footage of it. And I'm sitting with a panel of 5, and then I'm smiling, and all of a sudden that my smile went, and I'm kind of like looking at the whole panel like, did no one hear that? So when I went back on the live, you'll hear static coming through my microphone, and then you'll hear breathing in, and then you'll hear my name being said, and a long Jenny. And then I heard it from my side. Anything electronic, they will use. Anything electronic, they will definitely use.
Yeah, I mean, there's also what's that one where they use the Xbox Connect? I'm on the fence with that. You know the one I'm talking about. The SLS, yeah. I've noticed somebody was telling me the other day. They says, "Oh, I got the new app," and I was in the graveyard, and I was like, "Listen, I says, like, it's an app on your phone. It was free. It's not going to tell you if there's lights. Oh no, but I can see the figures." And I says, "No, it's an app on your phone. It's not gonna." And I says, "You can use the Connect." But I'm still wary with the Connect, because I've noticed, and I know somebody with one, see if it'll actually map out your shadow.
Yes. I know myself and Lulu went to one of the cemeteries in Drogheda, and the headstones are even mapped out as people. So it's kind of like, no, I remember an ex-team member was using it on my team, and I said, right, enough of it, enough, no more. This is going back years ago. And I just left the room because we're sitting there in a church, and everything was mapped out as people. And there's reflections and so on. And I just thought, absolutely. And then you have a stack of chairs, and it looks like somebody standing.
Yeah.
No, I wouldn't do it.
I think when it comes to technology, with ghost hunting, I think like voice recorders are the main, obviously the digital voice recorders. But then again, I've got 27. I've got 27 of these Sony. See the wee Sonys that I was telling you about? Yeah. I've got 27 of them, and they're all in working condition. And I was going to donate them all. I was going to donate them all to you for your team. Because I'll know you.
Cassette recorders.
I've got the cassette recorders. I've noticed with them. I mean, because that's the magnetic tape, isn't it? I mean, it's the magnetic tape. You think it might actually pick up
They're quite good. They're quite good. I want to get one of those. I need to go through my equipment and write down what I need.
You can have all day because there's too many.
That'll just give me more work to do.
There's loads of them. I bought a job lot, ladies and gentlemen. I was on eBay and I was like, £15 a job lot, 36 voice recorders doing work. And I thought, all right, bugger it. This big box arrived, this big massive box. Every one of them works. Every single one of them works.
And like 27 of them.
Yeah. But there's digital recorders too. There's the digital recorders.
Yeah, that's good.
The Olympuses.
I know I had a few of them, and I would place one in every room, and I'd have to kind of note what time it is, what room it's in, yada, yada, yada. But when you have people walking around, when we walk into a room, you have to tag saying Jenny's coming into a room, Louise is coming into the room. So you're not thinking you're hearing a door going and footsteps going. So then I probably have about 8 recorders to go through, and it could be like 15, 20 hours in each recorder. About each record, I'd say there would be about 8 recorders, and they're running for about 8 hours of the night. And there's 2 or 3 different files on them. That's a lot of work to go through. I still have all to go through.
Well, think in this sense, I'll give you 15 of them.
And
a couple of hours in each one. Then you got only a couple more hours added on to your work.
Yeah, the trouble, keeping your headphones on quiet and out of trouble.
But I would say, if somebody came to say to you, right, Jenny, you can have any amount of money you want, what would be the top paranormal equipment you would buy? The first thing you would buy?
Oh, well, it has got something to do with a recorder.
Are you talking about one of the, is it Tassimo one recorders?
Yeah. No. I do like them a lot. I probably buy recorders the whole way through. The best of the best. I do have the Zoom, but it's killer on batteries, and you'd have to have it plugged in and so on and so on. But it's very crystal clear voice hearing. It's perfect. It's really good, and I have a great body camera as well. They are very good to use as well. I love watching the body camera.
Yes. The body cameras are brilliant. The only thing with body cameras, unless they're GoPros, there's not a very good sound out them. So you have to get like a GoPro. Oh,
the one I have is quite good. The one I have cost me it cost me a couple of $100. And ambulance use it, police use it, doormen use it. And I would like, I'd say about an 8 CCTV camera and then base where you can watch it. Set them in every room.
What about a top-of-the-line thermal camera?
Yes, I'd love that too. Yeah.
One of those ones that there was the people that fix the repairs on the roads with. One of the industrial ones.
Yeah. I mean,
pick up a mouse 5 miles away.
Yeah, I would. I'd love. I know we used one of them before, many years ago, and you could see fingers forming on the handle of a pram in the museum. You could see the 3 fingerprints kind of going red. Wow. We definitely need one of those. So if anybody wants to donate to me and the team, that would be great. So Chris will write down a list of what I'm looking for at my wish list.
Yep. I do have some very wealthy people that watch me. Listen, Jenny, as a ghost hunter in Ireland, please buy us some of the latest technology. Hey, son of the naked Bigfoot, good to see you there.
Oh no, you didn't me? My God!
I was watching some news. Someone tried to say, "Oh no, again!" God, the world's just the world. I don't talk about that stuff on here because it's that kind of stuff. I'll talk to you after about that. That's crazy. That is. The world's changing. The world's changing. But where can everybody find you? Because we've got 10 minutes left of the show.
We are on YouTube. Emerald Isle Paranormal Researchers on YouTube. We are on Facebook, Emerald Isle Paranormal Researchers. The page is private, but if you request it, we'll just bring it in. And then we are on Shadow Whispers in the Night, and that's on Facebook as well.
That's and Twitter. Really good.
Well, I used
to go and subscribe to their channel, guys. You just don't know what you are missing because I've got all these old videos there. And you need to go and watch them because they're awfully good. I still watched. I was watching one on Friday night. There was nothing on TV.
I watched it because there was nothing else on TV.
It was the one. It was the No Mill Mount Museum. It was the Hellfire Club, because I was trying to figure out where that shadow came from.
Yeah.
And I watched it from the very start. I know that your network broke up a few times.
There
was a few dark shadows I thought I seen. See, you got the stairs, and then it's got like a kind of archway.
Yeah.
And it goes into a kind of darker room. I thought I seen something moving in there. I really did. It was like cloaked. It was like, it was no like a monk. You know how monks wear, like the old-fashioned monks.
Yeah.
But it was jet black.
They did satanic rituals up there as well, so they would have all been cloaked in black cloaks and so on. I think when we go back up on the first, we're going to record it. We're going to record it instead of doing a live from it, because it doesn't give the best signals. We're going to record it from the beginning to the end, and that way when we put it up, then you don't get any disturbances in the recording.
What I was going to say, actually, let's see how you can get the lasers, the one single point lasers. No the grid. It's no the grid. There's one where it's just a single point laser.
Yes.
And if you walk in front, if anything goes in front of anything, like smoke or anything, it actually activates. It tells you.
Does it?
Like an alert. Yeah, I've seen it somewhere.
Oh, wow.
I was thinking you should maybe put it at the end of the building, shining right through there, going past the stairs.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because there is a back room that nobody likes, but I seem to like the room. Toby, hold on. Toto.
No.
He always makes his appearance. But Nancy was saying, like, she uses the phone apps because equipment is too expensive. But things such as, like, the cat balls are fine, but what we would use would be sensor alarms. So you put them on the floor, you put them around the corner. Cheapest chips, sensor alarms. Things such as, what do we get? Like, I have, the little Christmas bells, and we just hang them on the door. So these little things, and you get them in any store.
Yeah.
And you just kind of put them on a string and hang them off the door. If the door's been moved, you'll hear the bells ring. Jingle. Little things like that, that don't have to be expensive. Sensor alarm, great, facing each other or facing different areas.
I seen what do you call it, the EMF teddy bear. They're quite.
They are. Now, do you know how we do that? No, we don't spend 150 or 200 on them.
No.
We just get a teddy bear. I always say teddy bear. Open up, put a REM pod into it, and there you go. It's done.
I mean, I can remember before the ghost hunting shows and stuff, where ghost hunting equipment, I wasn't into it at the time. I just liked watching it. Ghost hunting equipment was quite cheap, but because everybody got into it, it exploded. The prices exploded. I actually got a night vision camcorder there that I don't use anymore, that I might give to you actually.
Which one is the night vision camcorder?
It's like a Chinese make. I bought it last year sometime, and it's different lenses you can put in it, but it's got what you call it. It's got night vision on it, and the night vision's actually pretty good.
Is it good?
I turned the lights off in the house and I was wondering. I was like, oh, this is brilliant. I felt like but I'm kind of more the podcaster now. I like doing podcasting, and obviously I do my what do you call it?
Cards.
My cards now. I do my cards now, and I still like going to locations. I still like going to like graveyards and stuff like that, walking about and video and stuff like that. Don't get me wrong, but all that stuff's there. So maybe see about getting that shipped off or whatever, because there's no point just lying about.
Listen, throw it onto me. I'll use them. I'm not going to say no.
Yeah.
I'm going to say no. Look at me.
But I would just like to say thank you so much for you coming on tonight. I mean, it's
very much.
It's been awesome. It's been the first show. And it started off with an awesome person, one of the top paranormal investigators in Ireland.
Thank you. I do my best. But I still get someone to go to the bathroom with me sometimes, but sometimes.
But that's why I did. That's why I called this show True Paranormal Truth, because you're a real investigator. There's people out there that fake the stuff, and it really drives me insane.
Well, that's it. I'm not afraid to say I do get nervous. I've seen stuff, heard stuff, and felt as well that it's amazing to feel something on your arm. It is. You can't explain it. It is phenomenal. We've had so many experiences of being touched on the arm or your neck being touched or your jacket being touched. It's weird. I like it as long as they don't do anything to harm, but I do like it.
Yeah.
But I know when I go to the bathroom, they probably come away.
See, I've always wondered that. I mean, they're just standing there staring away at you.
Listen, I poo quick. I poo quick and I make the trouble.
It is mad. I mean, it is mad. I mean, what the spirits get up to, but we'll never know until it's our time. I mean, we'll never know but until your time's up. See, the cat wants to be on the show. You can pick your cat up and show everybody your cat if you want.
Okay, Toby, come here. Toto, come on. He has special needs. Oh. Come on, Toto. Toby, come here.
Because I know we've got cat lovers in the Son of the Naked Bigfoot. He likes cats. I've noticed that. He's got quite a few in his farm.
He's a big boy. Jeez Louise. So he has special needs. Toby, I have to hold his legs because he likes to attack. The blue and a green eye. But he has special needs. He walks like he has like wobble syndrome. You see his head wobbling?
Oh.
He's wobble syndrome. So he walks with his legs apart so he can balance himself. But he's very spoiled.
I'm actually looking after my brother's cat next week because they're going on holiday and they want me to look after his cat for 3 days. So I have to get him feed her and let her out. She's a beautiful looking cat. She has a beautiful looking cat.
I have to clip his coat because he's matted. I have to clip his coat. Yeah, I have to clip his coat. He grooms himself, but not too well. So I normally get my daughter to help me with it because he likes to draw blood.
I was just going to say, do you have to wear the welder's gloves and the goggles when you're going to do it?
Yep. Yeah. And I always hold onto his legs because then he'll just kind of, Toby, come on, darling. Because then he'll just get into a mood. And then I'll be covered in hair, which I am right now. I don't know why I've
got a border collie. And I hoovered my car out the other day. Jesse's a lovely dog.
Hair all over me now, look.
But the thing about, I hoovered my car out the other day and there was not a particle of fluff inside it. And I thought, I'll take her for a wee swim. And she was rubbing her sail up and down the side of the couch, the inside of the car, and then she was sticking her head out the window. And I'm like,
it's full of hair again, then full of hair.
It's full of hair.
There's a little one in the drawer. There's a dog in the drawer beside me.
Mm-hmm.
I love the cats. I had 4 cats and now I have 2 cats left. But I have a dog in the door beside me. And not on the door, not on the floor, in a drawer.
Man, he's got 6 cats.
6 cats. I did it one stage. I'm down to 2. There's Unexplained. Good evening.
Hey, Unexplained. There's Son of the Naked Bigfoot. He'd put a video out the other day, guys. You should go and watch it. It was his first live stream. And I think he's got about 1 million cats running about. They're everywhere. Hey, Unexplained. Good to see you, my friend.
Good evening.
But anyway, I would just like to say thank you so much for coming on, Jenny. Everybody that's turned up tonight. This will be available on Spotify. I will post the link once it's uploaded after. We do have next month Lisa Fry with Claire Brodie coming on. So that will be very interesting. I'm hoping to get Pete, the Son of the Naked Bigfoot, but that's like winning the lottery, trying to get him to come on the show. But maybe one day, Pete, you'll come on, But anyway, guys, I've actually got a special trailer for you to play the night outro. And there's a message for you, past life regressions with God.
That's
good night, everyone. Do you know what I would love to invite? I would love to interview you, past life, Paul, if that's possible on here, because that hypnotiz stuff is really interesting. I'm maybe contact you. Everybody, have a fantastic night. Please go and watch Jenny's stuff. Let's get her to 1 million subscribers.
You have to say, oh, Jenny for Nancy. You have to say, oh, Jenny.
Oh, Jenny.
Oh, Jenny.
Oh, right, Jenny. Oh, Jenny.
Oh, go on now about it. I can hear her laughing.
For you Americans will all be getting me to do this when I do the card readings. Oh, Jenny. Anyway, got a special trailer for you all. Have a fantastic night. I'll talk to you behind the scenes, Jenny. Thank you so much.
Thank you so much. Bye.